What's up, everyone? Hello out there. This is your girl MyaK, and I am coming to you from the set of On Air with Sap. That's right, guys. I am going to be your host today, and I cannot wait to dive into what we're going to be talking about. Again, On Air with Sap, your place, your space for real talk and real issues. So, this conversation, I know it gets talked about a lot, but have y'all ever did the online dating thing? Right? Like, I know I have before I met my lovely husband, but I have definitely dived into online dating, and let's just say it's not for the weak. It's not for the weak, and you really gotta be very intentional, but you also kind of gotta be laid back. Like, it's rough, and living out here in Atlanta, oh my God. Listen, ladies, y'all already know, like, this is specifically talking to the ladies that are online dating right now. I don't care if you were 10 out of 10 or whatever. Atlanta has some of the most beautiful, black, successful, like, women. So everybody is like a 10 out of 10 almost. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you gotta have something else going on for you other than what already is. You know, most of us are very educated or whatever like that. So it's like you got that, you got a good career. But ladies, let's be real. A lot of these dudes, they don't be caring about whether or not you a doctor or a nurse, a lawyer or whatever. You know, a lot of times most of them want to know, do you have kids? How is your, you know, do you work out? Yes. How you look or whatever. Whether or not your hair is real or not. Like, guys, like, come on. Like, a lot of y'all guys, sometimes I feel like y'all be wanting A, B, C, D, like a checklist of different things or whatever like that. But y'all don't be always having it together yourselves. And I think a lot of times, like, some guys feel like they don't even have to really work as hard because they know what the ratio is out here to men and women. And I'm honestly speaking more so from a perspective from the black community, you know, with online dating. I don't really have much insight on, like, other, you know, ethnicities or whatever when it comes to online, other than a couple of my friends that are online dating. Well, I would say associates, so whatsoever. But yeah, a couple of my associates I've met, like, in other cities that have done the online dating thing. But honestly, guys, I hate to say this, but and I may get a lot of, you know, heat for this, but the Caucasian women that I know that has done online dating, they actually don't have as many issues from what I noticed. Or other ethnicities, like the Filipino women, when I was out there in LA or whatever, like, I had, you know, a lot of Filipino co-workers or whatever like that, you know, and believe it or not, a lot of the brothers kind of was like going for them or whatever. So, but now that I'm in Chocolate City, Atlanta, you know, I feel like it's kind of like a fair plate or whatever, you know. But the only problem is, again, is that it's so many, like, women to men, you know. So, like, I feel like a lot of women feeling like they gotta compete or whatever. But you know what? Lately, I've been noticing a trend. I've been noticing that women are not really into the whole dating anymore. Like, I'm noticing more and more women are kind of giving up on the whole, like, trying to get married thing, and they living their best life. Like, I have several friends now that are single, and y'all, they are having a ball. You know, they are going on trips, they're hanging out with their friends, their girlfriends or whatever. They, you know, taking care of their health. Like, they are happy. They're dating. Like, they have people that they're dating, but they're not pressed anymore to get married. And I'm wondering, like, okay, Like, is marriage really still the goal? Like, honestly, like, to men and women, some, even the men, like, I don't know if like people are still really concerned about, oh, I want to get married or whatever. And the women, believe it or not, y'all, women are not that like pressed to have kids and stuff like that anymore. So like, I've spoken to a couple of females that I know, and it's in the back of their mind, like, but they're not like, oh, like if I don't have a kid, that's gonna be like my life is over. You know what I'm saying? So things are definitely changing, and I would love to hear what you guys think about this, like, because I know it's not easy out there. Like, I am like lucked up, honestly, meeting my husband or whatever like that. However, it was not easy, especially with me. Like, if you want to get into it, being a plus size woman, like, that's even harder, and honestly, like, you already got a lot of females out there to like compete against as far as like, but it is what it is. You like what you like or whatever like that, but I get it. So what do y'all think? Like, I would love to hear y'all feedback on this and like y'all stories. Like, I will be here all day if I sit here and talk to y'all about some of the experiences I've had. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna share some experiences that I have, like, with online dating. Like, honestly, you run into so many. Honestly, people are so fake, like, online. Like, I ain't gonna say everybody, but like a lot of people, when you online, you can really be whoever you want to be or whatever. And honestly, yes, there is a lot of catfishing. Yes, people, if that you still use that term or whatever. But mostly, I feel like people, like men that I met online, they would start out so sweet, so nice, or whatever like that. But then you find out, because I'm like, listen, let me tell you something about, and I don't know if it's because I'm a Pisces or if it's because I'm a nurse and I've been a nurse for a while. But I pay attention to things that I don't even want to pay attention to. So like, my brain is super analytical, and like, I notice everything, and like, I'm listening even when I'm talking a lot. Like, I'm listening. So like, you can't tell me one thing and then think that I'm just not gonna remember. Like, I remember stuff really well. So like, a lot of times, like, people like you meet or whatever, they'll go off and they'll, they telling you all this and that in the beginning, and then as you continue to date, you start noticing that that person ain't even like that at all. Like, they really they start showing their true colors once they start getting comfortable with you. And I'm not for it. I wasn't for it, because I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute now. Like, you're saying this stuff now, but I remember when you told me X, Y, and Z. And no, I know, like, I try not to, like, be so, like, hard on people, like, when they tell a little bit of a fib or whatever. But you do have to pay attention or whatever like that. And at one point in time, it was just like, come on, like, I'm one of those people, like, I don't care, be who you are. Like, you don't have to be fake around me, because I pride myself in try to make people feel comfortable with me and sharing things with me. And a lot of people end up sharing a lot of stories with me about things that has happened to them in the past, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But some of these dudes, like, they have a lot of trauma, but they try to hide it. So I was running into a lot of the dudes that try to be all macho and stuff, but then you start noticing little things about them that clearly they have had some type of trauma. I've ran into guys that were clearly on the DL or whatever that I found out about later. But luckily, I noticed it when I needed to or whatever like that. I've met guys who were just so used to women boosting their ego because they look a certain way, or because they had a certain way, or because they had a certain type of job. And I'm not like, I'm not a person, I don't care about that type of stuff necessarily. I just want you to be good, have good characteristics as far as your character, have integrity. So like, I don't care like that you make a certain amount of money and all of this stuff or whatever. And so a lot of times, like, when guys used to like women chasing after them and stuff like that, and if you're not trying to do that, or you're not showing them that you're like doing all of that, they start acting like, little bitchs, and and I ain't with that either. Then you got the guys that just don't have good hygiene. Like, honestly, that's my pet peeve. Like, I cannot stand that. Like, dude, you are grown. Like, clean up behind yourself. I go to your place and your place is disgusting. Like, I cannot deal with that type of stuff. Like, and some people, they try to be, look good and stuff in person in the beginning and all that, but then you go over to their place and you're like, what the heck? Like, this is how you living? Hard no, hard pass, or whatever. Then you run into the gym nuts or whatever like that. So these guys, they always had like women chasing after them because of how they look, but they ain't got nothing else going. They ain't got nothing else going on for them. That's all they got is they physique or whatever like that. Job, if they have a job or whatever, they struggling or whatever, they used to women taking care of them. And unfortunately, like, they had to find out the hard way. Just because I'm a plus size woman does not mean I am desperate, okay? I'm not about to take care of you or whatever like that. And yes, I don't mind helping people, but like, sometimes people will try to take advantage of that, and they have to learn the hard way, because I will, used to disappear on your behind really quick, okay? So nah, we not doing that. But like, I want to hear like from the men, like, what did y'all experience? Because I've heard horror stories too from some of my male friends or whatever like that. Like, so I would love to hear back from you guys, and women too. Like, I want to hear like, what have y'all experienced as far as online dating or whatever like that. So anyway, let me wrap this up. It was so nice hosting today, and hopefully I'll get to host again in the future or whatever like that. So guys, listen, again, this is your place, your space for real talking real issues. So anytime, please come join us. Like, subscribe, share. We would love for you guys to follow the show or whatever like that. And hey, you never know, hopefully you guys can help us. Help me, help you, help us, right? So anyway, and if you would like to come if you would like to come on air or whatever and join us for a conversation, whatever you want to talk about, please send me a message on Instagram. We have YouTube channel, like I have a Facebook, whatever. Like, send me a message and let me know, like, hey, MyaK, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that. I would love to have you on the show. Okay, anyway, y'all take care. Peace out. See you later. Woo.